Welcome to Talking Comics, where we are bagged, boarded, and pre-recorded. I'm Ryan.
I'm Sean. It sounded so power top.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only use the edge. Except this goes up on Saturday.
Saturdays.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
And it's not about monster trucks.
Monster Ducks. What? Ooh, $1 million comic idea.
There you go. Ooh. Copyright Nest Productions.
Welcome back to Talking Comics, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the new addition to our podcast family of Suck My Deck.
I did.
Ghost Rat and Salty D.
Oh, I thought it was great. Congrats, guys.
Um,
Now you're screwed.
yeah. Now people are going to be hassling you when the next podcast coming out.
Where are those guys at on views and stuff?
26, 30-ish. 25 to 30
Nice.
views-ish. Like, whenever a new podcast comes out, the views, like, will jump up, like, really high for of that video for, like, the first day or two. And those are the estimated views. Like, people who may have, like, accidentally clicked on it or something like that. So, like, at first I was like, holy shit, this is doing really well. It's got, like, 61 views. Then I checked it this morning. I was like, okay, no, those were estimated views. They have... I don't know. I think it was like 26 views or something like that.
To be fair, I was one of those people who accidentally clicked on it.
Except you sat through the whole thing.
I did. Twice.
Twice. In a row? So, what should we kick it off with? Do you want to start with your venting that you wanted to?
It's a quick little thing. First of all, I gotta apologize if it sounds like I just went through dental surgery. I bit the shit out of my inside of my mouth last night. I got this,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting there like this. Not to mention the fact I have an ingrown hair inside my nose,
Oh, lovely.
so I'm just a mess. So I'm at the shop today, right?
Yeah.
I got these three guys coming in. Of course, don't buy anything. And made me feel about yay big. Because they're talking and they're looking at stuff. And I whether it be magic cards or comics or whatever, I just... Here's why I don't go on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, you hate when I go on the internet.
Yeah.
Because then I find good stuff, just... I don't go on the mainstream internet.
You somehow find your way into, like, the armpit or the ass crack of the internet,
Hey,
where all
good.
the weird stuff hides.
It's good Space Monkey stuff. But anyway, these three guys come in and they're like, I'm sitting there just watching them. I'm like, my usual, hey guys, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Good, how are you? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, And then they're sitting there and they pull out their phones and they're looking at books. They're
Yeah.
talking about this and they're talking about that. It's like, I get this cheaper on Amazon. I get this cheaper, blah, blah,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, the internet don't have overhead like I do.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not to mention the fact, then they have the goal to not buy anything and then just go sit down. And then they start talking about, like, of course, their go-to things are Batman, Superman. And they're like, and they're talking to each other. It's a conversation. So I'm kind of eavesdropping. It's like, oh, like the first appearance of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And I shit you not, the other two are like, let me Wikipedia it. Oh, first appearance of Batman. I'm over there at the counter going, Action Comics #1, Detective Comics #27. Somebody said Sabretooth. I'm like, Iron Fist #14. I'm sitting there going on and on. Somebody said Punisher. I'm like, Spider-Man 129. And I'm like, God, I hate the fucking internet. I'm so obsolete. I used to be, like, people, they were joking, but before the internet, my friends used to be like, if there was a Jeopardy show, you'd be the fountain of useless information. Because this is way before the internet, way before comics.
Yeah.
I sat there and I read those books. And I just knew, it just clicked with me because I was so passionate about it.
Yeah.
Those guys, I even heard one of the guys go, "Oh, did you see this movie?" Yeah. Oh, well, I never read the book. Never read the book. Never read the book. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, ugh. I just felt so old and obsolete. I used to be somebody. Now I'm just like a guy with a big lump in his mouth and an ingrown hair in his nose, and I've been replaced by Wikipedia. it just, I don't know. It just kind of
Yeah,
irked me.
like I could go buy all my stuff online, but then this right here never would have happened.
He's pointing at me with disgust, going, "This." Like he's Slave Leia and I'm Jabba the Butt. No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like...
It's like, why would, like, yeah, of course, it's a store. Stores with actual buildings that you can walk into have slight markups because they have, like you said, overhead.
Yeah. We were talking about that.
They don't just let you sell your stuff out of this building for free.
Yeah. Though your consumers these days, they don't get it or care or understand.
Yeah. There have been times where like, yeah, I'll buy a comic online, but it's only because like there was like a stupid sale going on where it was like 80% off. I'm just like, I can get this comic for under $10. Fuck yeah.
It's like,
but like 90% of the time I'm ordering stuff through you.
Video stores or record stores.
Yeah.
Like I never went to like the Lacklusters.
Yeah.
Or one of those chain video stores. I like the mom and pop ones.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there at a horse because I like to shop around and look and hold it in my hand. Sometimes, kind of like Netflix is today. You know, you're scrolling through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, bad example, but from what I'm venting about, hold it in your hand. Just the cover alone.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what this is, but the cover's got me. I'm gonna print this. You know,
Yeah.
type thing. I've told the story on Real Dummies before. It's like I just went one day and I picked up. I call it my holy grail of weekends because I'd never heard of any of these movies. It was El Mariachi, Clerks, and fucking Reservoir Dogs. Never heard of them before, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody had at the time. But it's just the internet is just killing me. And what makes me throw up in my mouth the most is
the
when
smell
I hear
that was in your car.
Well, that too. No, I'm talking about when I overhear people going, "Oh, I've got this online. I got Hulk 181 online. It's awesome." You really don't. It's not worth anything.
It's not. You
I've
can't.
got to collect it on my whatever list thing.
I'm in a lot of aspects of my personality. I'm very old-fashioned when it comes to stuff like books, like
digestive system.
yes, in my digestive system, it doesn't work. No, when it comes to books, like comics and novels, I'm very old-fashioned. I prefer to have the actual copy because, I don't know, it's just something about it I find soothing and relaxing and enjoyable. And, I don't know, I can't really describe it in any way that would make a whole lot of sense, I guess, other than it's just a preference and, I don't know,
Let me help you out there because
wait,
I'm pretty
yes,
sure you and I
we've talked about this before in the shop. It's like a boob. Yeah, you can see them on the internet, but you would much prefer to have one in your hand, wouldn't you?
Exactly. Not to mention the fact that I know what you're saying. You can't describe it, but it's like the golden and silver age comics, original run. One of my aphrodisiacs, like catnip to me, is if I can get my hands on any of those and I just open it up, and that smell.
Oh yeah, I'm
not of mildew and shame, and guilt and nerdiness, but that smell of a vintage comic is just, I don't, like you were saying.
Yeah,
I can't describe it.
I'm that way when I buy a new book of any kind. Really.
Yeah,
like I love that new paper. The way it feels, the way it smells. Like, you can almost, like, smell the ink. It's so new.
Yeah. So if I sound like I'm doing it right now.
You just took a shot in the mouth. That's what's happening. Get back under there, Sean.
It's not my usual Tuesday night shot in the mouth, but I apologize. Anyway, how was con, sir?
Yes, I went to Rose City Comic Con this weekend. It was pretty fun. I didn't really meet any celebrities this year. There weren't the few people that were there that I would have liked to have met. Their lines were just like too long for me to really like. The line for Carlos something, the guy that plays Cisco.
Yeah, Carlos Vasquez.
I think that I can never remember his last name, but
Cisco on the Flash. Folks.
Yeah, his line was crazy long. My friend Sergio was there with a friend of his. She got back in that line like 3 or 4 times just to talk to Cisco again. And Sergio, he stood in line like once and was like, he didn't want an autograph, just like, he seems like a cool dude. I'll talk to him for a sec. And he apparently Carlos is a gamer in real life.
Yeah.
So Sergio's like, oh, you like video games, huh? So you ever go to Ground Control? He's like, every time I'm in Portland, I go to Ground Control.
Ah, nice.
Every time I'm in Portland.
Now, that's the place that
it's a bar arcade.
You frequent?
I wouldn't say frequent. I've been there a couple of times. It's pretty cool though. It's definitely fun to go there at least once.
Okay.
They have a couple of nights every month where it's free to play. You pay at least at the time it was a $5 cover charge. You get in and all the arcade cabinets are set to free to play. Although it gets packed in there quick.
Oh. Is there Dig Dug?
Maybe.
Is there Tempest?
There was when I went.
Oh. We need to plan a trip.
I tried to get up on some Tempest at because Ground Control actually sponsors the nerdy conventions like Rose City Comic Con and Retro Game Expo. And there was Tempest there. I only got to play it one time because it's a surprisingly popular game.
I kill at that game. That game and Dig Dug are my games.
But yeah, it was really cool. I got some comics and some prints and stuff.
Yeah.
I got a couple of artistic painted prints and stuff like that. I got one that's a splash art of an anime I really like, and the other is I got a drawing that just looked kind of cool. It wasn't from anything in particular. Me and my dad, it was on Friday, me and my dad were walking through, and we saw this booth that had all these interesting, not really pop culture drawings and stuff. And we were checking them out, and he's like, yeah, so my stepdad does all these. He drew all these out. He's a tattoo artist. And I'm here representing, his company, the tattoo company.
Oh, yeah.
And so I bought one of those, and it was like a rabbit, drawn out like a rabbit of some sort, holding a flower out. I don't know. It looked really cool. Probably make a really cool tattoo. Got that, and they had stickers and stuff. Got one of those, and the best print I got. Actually, I don't know, the one from the anime is probably my favorite, but I also got a Batman Venom symbiote print, which is really badass.
The amalgam.
Yeah, kind of an amalgam of Batman mixed with Venom.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Super
That's
badass. And I got, with all the money I brought, I was only able to walk away with 5 trade paperbacks.
Hey, it's 5 less than, or 5 more than you walked in with.
Yeah. I got a couple of more independent ones. I got one from, one of the big names, Marvel.
Yeah.
I got Power Man and Iron Fist Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1 yet. This is from their current run. I don't have Volume 1 yet. They didn't have that one on sale at the booth. But I got it, and I was able to get it signed by the writer and one of the main artists. And like I talked to the artist for a second. I was like, dude, you killed it with Iron Fist's costume this time. Like, you killed it. I love it. I love that Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon motif you got going on. It's like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. That was
Better than Netflix?
I got, and the main one out of these, I think I'll save that one for last actually, because that's the one I'm going to be reviewing first.
Okay.
I haven't read any of these yet. I'm going to be reviewing 4 of them in the coming weeks. Power Man and Iron Fist, that one's on hold until I actually get and read volume 1.
That's the one I'm going to start first reading?
So, all right, I got a Evil Dead 2 comic book.
Damn you.
They, what was the publisher? I can't remember the publisher's name. Space Goat Publishing.
Oh.
Sounds like a familiar type of thing. Huh?
Not to be confused.
not to be confused with space monkeys. They're space goats.
Space goats.
Maybe, hopefully, we never have to go to war for intergalactic supremacy.
A lot of animals up here.
Not many people. It's weird.
It's probably for the best.
I don't know too much about this. I just know I like Ash and the Evil Dead and all that stuff, so I picked it up. The art looks pretty good.
Would there be any... No, probably not. Never mind.
And it's like a continuation of the Evil Dead story. I'm pretty sure they started putting these out and writing these before Ash versus the Evil Dead came out.
Okay. I was going to ask that. Now, you haven't read any of these yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Next to that one, I got Witch Doctor,
That looks badass.
Volume 1, Under the Knife.
I want to read that so
Yeah,
bad.
like this one I have no idea about at all. The cover just caught my eye. It's super badass. I'll try and find online the covers for all of these and put them in the slideshow like I usually do.
You just picked up where we left off last year.
This one's from pretty much. This one's from a bit bigger name than some of these others. Like
who's that?
This one is Image actually.
Oh, Image?
Image Skybound.
Sweet. I'm very familiar. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
What is it? Dinosaur or God, what's his name? Robert Kirkman. Walking Dead.
Oh.
Marvel Zombies.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the guys with Todd McFarlane, Image, and Jim Lee. But Image Skybound was his thing with God, what the fuck? What is it called? Dinosaur Jr.? Dinosaur Jr. is a band. He did a comic, an offshoot.
Super Dinosaur?
Thank you.
You have that in the shop.
I do.
God, I got this one. I got this one signed by the artist Lucas Kettner. Lucas Kettner. I don't know. Super badass looking art. Very. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the older Constantine, like
really,
like not like it doesn't look verbatim, but like that's kind of like what he was going for a little bit.
Let me take a look.
Like that very dark, very very detailed, but like haggard look.
Let me see the back of the artwork on the back. The back cover. Oh my god.
The thing that it says on the back is Dr. Morrow's looking for a vaccine for the apocalypse. In his quest to understand the biology of the supernatural, he faces vampires, demonic possession, fairies, and more. Keep it in your pants, Sean. Keep it in your pants.
Oh, I want that so bad.
But
you're the one who gave me the Dresden Files, and I fell in love.
I got you
with
hooked
that.
on those supernatural books.
Oh my god,
huh?
I was like a junkie again. I love that because not much these days really gets me going.
Yeah,
but you got me hooked.
Like whenever you can find a new character to follow, it's always so exciting.
I love the fact that when you don't go looking for it, it just kind of falls in your lap. It's even better.
This next one is called Legend.
Okay.
And It actually got. It's from Z2 Comics, I think. That's the name of the publisher? I don't know. This is one of the more independent ones that I picked up. And from how it was described to me, it's another apocalyptic type world, but humans are gone and animals have started to take over.
Love it already.
And it's so the whole story is told from the animal's perspective.
Okay.
Of the gaining hunting grounds and the title of this is volume 1, Defend the Grounds.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very like Watership Down, like a story told from the animal's perspective.
Babe Pig in the City. No, I'm kidding.
So I'm super interested to see where the story goes with this. It caught my eye. And the big one that I'm going to talk about, this one's the most interesting.
And it's signed?
Yeah, I got it signed.
Oh, wow.
Man versus Rock. I really wish I had the guy that does this here with me to do his spiel. Because he just...
Was it good?
Yeah.
Right on.
And he's super cool dude.
This is the Sean Jealousy podcast because I'm so sorry I missed it now to hear you tell it. I love last year how we just perused around with the independent booze.
Yeah.
It scooped up a bunch of...
So, from what I remember of his spiel, there is a crazy geologist who thinks that rocks are going to rise up against mankind for all of the wrongs done to them.
I can go with that. I believe that more than global warming. You know why? Think about it. The dawn of time, the first caveman.
Yeah, the first murder was committed with a rock. Did we crucify? Did we crucify Jesus? No, we crucified a rock. Fuck you, rock. That rock hath laid with my wife. When we landed on Plymouth Rock, did we kiss it? No. We humiliated it, and they pissed on it.
Oh my god. This is the first time you're cracking open this book right now, too, right?
Yep. When the waterboarding started in Iraq, who was first in line? Rocks.
Uh-huh.
And the main protagonist, and who has the stone... God, I wish I knew. I wish he was here. And the main protagonist is Professor Buck Stone. Somebody that gives a fuck about rocks.
Can I make... I don't know... You know more than I do, and you haven't even read this, right?
Yeah. I talked to the guy a couple of times, and I let him know what I do with the podcast and stuff, and that I'm planning on reviewing it and giving him some free publicity.
That's awesome. Can I maybe predict an ending? There is people start worshiping the rock, and there's an eyebrow raised because they're picking up what he's putting down, and they smell what the rock is cooking.
And also, one of the things that really caught my eye, was they were selling shirts at the booth as well.
Man versus Rock shirts?
Yes, shirts that the main protagonist wears that says "Reading is rad." That's what caught my eye.
Okay.
Because
of
a certain decal I have on my car that says I'm hooked on the book.
Hooked on the book. Not to mention the fact my opening tirade. I like that. A little
Yeah, reading is rad.
Hooked on the book, baby.
So, I'm probably going to be reviewing Man vs. Rock first. But after that, I want you guys, the listeners, to, let me know of between Evil Dead 2 Volume 1, Witch Doctor Volume 1, or Legend Volume 1. Which of those three you'd want me to review and read and review after Man vs. Rock?
I might be the first one to put in the comments because I don't know if all these books are going to make it.
Witch Doctor.
No, I just want to swipe a book when you're not looking.
Hey.
I want to swipe a book when you're not looking. Hey, I'm hooked on the book too.
So
my Jones and
I got a free single issue of it was a Grim Tales of Terror. I think I showed you that one.
You did.
And
I want to read that too. Thanks for reminding me.
It was a book about a horror comic about clowns. At least that particular issue was.
That's right. You brought that in this shop the other day. I'm like, really? You?
I got it for you.
I did it for you, Damien.
I made this for you. Yeah, it was super fun. I wish I was a wealthier man. Because there's so much there I wanted to get. So much.
That's why I didn't go.
Like now I not only have all this nice reading that I have to do, which I'm looking forward to. What I'm not looking forward to is going out and buying more picture frames. I have to go out and buy picture frames. I've been meaning to do that for some of my other posters and stuff anyways. Picture
Awesome.
frames are not cheap.
No, they're not. Go to Michael's Jansen Beach.
That's a ways away.
I'll drive.
But yeah, it was a good time. Because the event gets bigger every year, they are increasing security, which is, understandable.
Tell that story. Because I used to always refer to Rose City as like the swap meet of Comic-Con.
Yeah, like...
Not that there's anything wrong with swap meets, trust me.
When Rose City started out, they were at the Expo Center, which is a much smaller venue. And just last year, they were able to book the convention center. That was the first time they were in the convention center, from what I understand. And last year, Sean and I are smokers, so we go walk out, smoke, come back in, walk around more, wheeze.
I was wheezy.
But this year, they had like bag checks and security at the exits that weren't the bag checks. Like they had security at the bag check, but that was like the only place you could enter was where the bag check was at. So when I left to go, smoke on my vape, I'd have to walk back around the building and go through and get my bag checked again.
I mean,
but it's understandable. Like the guy from that did Man vs. Rock, that he was telling me he was at a convention in, I think he said it was Arizona, and someone tried to get in with a shotgun to start shooting up the place or something.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
And he was like, I was glad security was there. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's a pain in the ass, but it's keeping, everything safe.
Yeah, see, again, I say first world problems. Kind of like when I was talking about the 3 turds that came in and made me feel old and obsolete. It's like, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Just be happy to be there. Everybody's having a good time. And also tells us that Rose City is growing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why not?
So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to really say about Rose City. It was a lot of fun. I got some comics to read, and
you also got a.
Yes, I have. My dad bought me this pen. We were walking. It was the same booth that had the Evil Dead comics.
Am I in that?
And he turns to me. Is Sean the Nerd Boss? Because this place, they were selling Nerd Boss stuff that said Nerd Boss on it.
Okay. And
I turned to him. I said, no. I'm the Nerd Boss.
That's right.
I'm the head of Nest Productions. So now I have a button that says Nerd Boss.
It's official, folks. He outranks me. So stop coming to me. Put it in the comments or go to Ryan.
So yeah, it was a
Should
good
I
time.
just make it official and say, I hate nerds? No, I'm kidding.
And I'm planning on going to Retro Game Expo next month.
Is there Tempest or Dig Dug?
Who knows?
I know. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
Me too. There's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Lots of walking. Like the longer I spent at Comic-Con, the more I thought maybe I should just do that Xavier cosplay anyways. I don't care if people are offended. I'm tired.
Or just walk in with those, like those crutches. I know it sounds messed up, but then they give you one of those things like in the grocery stores.
Oh,
where you
God.
just drive around.
I saw people like large obese people.
Hey, I wasn't with you.
You're non-morbid. They were morbid.
No, I could be morbid and then slash obese.
Like I saw a lady, she was very, very out of shape, very overweight, and she was what are they called? Rascals?
Is that what they're called?
I think so. I think that's one of the names
There's a name
for
for them.
the. It's like that's a brand name for those electric scooters.
Was it the lady that ever
Oh,
cut off
Lord.
Garrett? Cut off Garrett?
I hope-
when he asked this
I
Robert
hope-
England question.
Maybe.
That'd be awesome.
But I was just like, I don't want to get into that, but I was just like, maybe you should try and walk a little,
Yeah.
just a little bit every day, just a little every day, and maybe
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. over
maybe
here.
after a while you won't need to scoot around.
Yeah.
But that also actually brings up something because I have a pretty active job, so I'm running around a lot, and I wouldn't say I'm in perfectly physically fit shape, but
Dude.
I'm in decent enough shape that I can run and be on my feet quite a bit.
Sir, I've seen you at work. I watch you work, and I get tired.
And so like me and my dad are leaving on Friday, and I'm like, man, my feet and legs are killing me. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty, walked around a long time. And I'm like, with how active my life is, I'm imagining like those super nerds that go to these things. Like this is the only time they ever leave the house. Those nerds.
The ones that smell like potato chips and BO.
Yeah. I'm like wondering, how tired are they when they leave? Then the next day, I saw a lady on a Rascal. I was like, oh, that answers my question from yesterday. No, I don't. I did see one really cool person in a wheelchair. They were dressed as Green Arrow, and they decked out their wheelchair to look like a motorcycle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice,
that was
nice.
probably the coolest cosplay I saw all weekend. I saw a lot of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spiderman, a lot of Spiderman.
Spiderman. To whip.
People rocking that ghetto costume. The
Oh.
one from Homecoming.
The hint of what was it? What were we did the Homecoming.
Yeah.
The Scarlet Spider.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people were doing that.
They rocking the goggles and everything.
Yeah.
No.
And
Right on,
what's
right on.
funny is like a lot of those looked better than the like normal Spider-Man cosplays. Like where people are just wearing like a shitty Spider-Man mask.
Yeah.
Like there was one guy that he had a like full spandex Spider-Man suit that was in design of the one at the very end of the movie. The one that
Oh yeah.
someone was wearing one of those. That was pretty cool.
Right on.
But yeah, it was a good time. Didn't run into any fans.
We'll get there.
Oh my gosh. Is that Sean from Nest Productions? Can we get an autograph? What about Ryan? Fuck Ryan. Who's Ryan?
No, nobody says that. Nobody says that. All right.
So you got some stuff to talk about, I know.
I have some breaking news.
Breaking news.
News. Did you see Creed? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Rocky franchise? Rocky movies? Rocky.
Yeah. I haven't seen all of them, I don't think, but I've seen most of them.
Okay. I think we've talked about this before, the Creed movie.
Yeah.
Real quick. I thought it was like a superhero movie. It was also a kind of like a throwback to the original Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that movie.
Yeah.
They're doing a Creed 2.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Ready for this? No. Hold on, real quick. Stallone, as much as I loved it, I thought that might be a passing of the torch.
Mm-hmm.
He's also slated to write, possibly direct. We're not sure. The Creed 2 movie. He's definitely writing it. Michael B. Jordan
Yeah.
is reprising the role of Creed. He's going to fight Ivan Drago's son.
Oh, Lord.
Rocky 4, remember?
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, remember? He killed his dad in the ring.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Awkward.
There's that. Let's see.
No, Creed, don't do it. His dad killed your dad.
Dude, the first one was like, I loved that movie because, like I said, it brought me back to my childhood from the first Rocky. There was like shades of that, and I love seeing Stallone. But it was kind of like a superhero origin transformation. I'm the son of,
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, if you haven't seen Creed, if you're listening, watch that movie. It's a superhero movie. It's a feel good movie. It's great.
It shows you what generation Sean grew up in when Rocky is a superhero movie.
Rocky was fuck yeah. Dude, the
No,
original underdog. Now, I know it's kind of played out today, but at the time, oh yeah. Speaking of my generation, have you ever heard the name Colin Trevorrow?
No.
Colin Trevorrow was slated to direct episode 9 of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who not broke out, but he did big business with Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Do you like Jurassic World? Did you see it?
The new one?
Yeah, the newest one.
No, I never saw it.
Oh, it was great.
I heard it was good.
Guess what? Fired.
Yeah, I just saw a thing online about something about the new guy that's slated to direct it.
Kind of like the Lego Boys with the Han Solo movie, and they
Yeah.
brought in Ron Howard, which is crazy because what I'm leading up to, snippets, is let's see, we don't know what's going on with episode 9
Yeah.
as far as Star Wars goes, but Kathleen Kennedy is the CEO, like the be-all end-all of Star Wars, and she's firing those two, fired Trevorrow. She's going around like Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back with all those admirals. If you ever seen Empire Strikes Back, like every time they fail Vader, just force choke him. All right, you're in charge now. Oh, force choke, dead. You're in charge now. It's like, I want to see that movie. To the point where Ron Howard is getting writer's credit for the Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
Which those their names escape me. Remember we talked about this before, the Lego guys.
Yeah.
Because much like the Marvel universe, Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilms, they have a plan.
Yeah.
Everything's mapped out till whenever. And you're bringing on directors, and the game has changed because it's like, oh, I have an opinion, I have an idea.
No, you
I
can't.
can do this. And it's like, nah. So it's like, again, like the Admirals in Empire Strikes Back. And Kathleen Kennedy is like, to the point where, forget Star Wars, over on the DC Warner Brothers front, Joss Whedon, we've talked about this too.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to do the Batgirl, the Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
He's taken over Justice League.
Huh.
And he is getting writer's credit. Now, I know, bear with me, folks. You too, Ryan. I know from personal experience that if you come on board, you're not the only one. You get a gang of people.
Yeah.
And you write stuff, and you read the original script, and you're like, okay, here's the original script, here's the original screenplay, and then here, we want all you people to write this. You never see your name in the credits. You never see your name. Let alone, well, after the success of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Whereas they had, God, I'm horrible with names. In the middle of Rogue One, they stopped, and then they brought what's his face in to do a rewrite, and then we got that awesome 2-minute Vader scene,
Yeah.
and it was a whole different movie. And he got writing credit, so it's like the Writers Guild, Directors Guild, they're going to have to change their game because what I'm familiar with is not where it's going because now it's a committee.
Yeah.
These days, it's like with the success of Rogue One, they're going to bring in guys like Ron Howard. They're going to bring in guys like, because they have a vision. And it's like, the eager guys. And they're not bad writers or directors. They're just so used to how it is, how I know it, or how I knew it. You want to come in and you're like, oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? It's like,
Yeah.
We'll take this. They cherry pick your ideas, but you get no credit for it. You get paid, but you get no credit for it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Hey, I brought a doll to life. I'm definitely not doing a Star Wars movie, but I could get.
Hello?
I can give you a laundry list of stuff that I've done that you will never see my name on. You're like, oh, no. I'm like, yeah. But
Have you guys ever heard of Birds of Prey?
yeah, there's that.
I bring that one up every time.
Dude, I could pull up. I got a Bionic Man script. I've got Batman scripts. Stuff that I was like loving the fact that Superman script that ultimately became Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Before anybody even knew who Zack Snyder was, from the genesis of it, this little grain, I was there. I knew Greg Berlanti. I'd met him. I knew his boyfriend was a soccer player who, now they're married. Berlanti and Andrew Kreisberg, if those names sound familiar, we've talked about them many a times, they rule the DC CW universe right now. He was on there for that, what's his name? The Green Lantern movie.
Yeah.
He's now Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. You can't bat 1,000 all the time. But Greg Berlanti was the Green Lantern dude in that movie. If you like it or don't like it, type thing. So, to the point where Adam Green just announced there's going to be a Hatchet 4.
Hatchet.
It's a horror movie.
Oh.
Old school Victor Crowley. I don't know if you're familiar. I might have talked about it with Jimmy. It's a friend. I met him at a convention like that, and we struck up kind of a friendship because we and like, oh, you like this? Oh, you like that? Oh, yeah. And to the point where we did that obscene doll movie. He was like a PA.
Yeah.
Where kind of Jimmy is now, and he went on and did Hatchet, and I helped him out and worked with him. No credit whatsoever. To the point where there's 1, 2, and 3, where they send out people who are attached in one way or another to everybody. I mean, it's nothing real regal or anything. They hand out screenplays to everybody, and I got one at the point with the guild. You have to have like you have to be like neutral.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, 1 and 2, I'm like, I have to excuse myself because him and I we're back and forth because we've done other stuff with Digging Up the Morrow and Frozen and stuff like that. Where to the point where they went with somebody else, and Adam didn't do Hatchet 3. He owns the franchise, but he had no part of 3. And then now they did a anniversary thing, and it was like, oh, by the way, you guys aren't here for the anniversary. And he sprung, there's going to be a 4 called Victor Crowley. And Kane Hodder plays Victor Crowley, the guy who did Jason in the Friday the 13th. Yeah, he does like little things. Really cool. But anyway, it's like, what I'm saying is, the game has changed a lot. with these movies because of Marvel and then now DC, and Josh Whedon has jumped to both.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
That you want to get back into writing?
well, Jesus, it'd be like a shitload of money. But to the point where if you can just jump on board, like I said, it's like a committee now. And it's not how it used to be. Because everybody has a vision all the way down to 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like Marvel. We can just like fire them, hire them. Here's what we want to do.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, it was okay, like episode 9, because what I heard was it's supposed to end at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're back on Star Wars now. I had said, oh, the thought just crossed my mind. I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, why not just bring back George Lucas? He's the one who started it all. If you're going to end it with 9, and he's like, fuck that. I'm like, and then I started thinking, we started talking back and forth. I'm like, what if Kathleen Kennedy fires George Lucas?
All right, George. We need you to come back and do this movie. George, I know you don't want to do the movies anymore. I need you to come back and do the movie. All right, George, I really appreciate that you came back to do the movie, but it's not working out and I need you to leave. I will get security to escort you out, George.
Like, she's just going around like Darth Vader. And George Lucas brought Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, like, Google her, people. Even though I fucking hate the internet. But Kathleen Kennedy is probably the most successful producer / filmmaker to date right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you get little snippets on the internet, of course, where it's like a lot of people are like, why don't you just hire a female to do Star Wars? Kathleen Kennedy. She's got a plan. George Lucas invented the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Star Wars, if you think about it, I know it's pop culture and fucking everything today, but it started out as an indie film that nobody understood. But
Star Wars, was that the movie about werewolves in space?
Grandma, is that you? But yeah, that's what I got about that. And then last little bit of movie news.
I also have some movie news, actually.
You got the Todd Phillips movie news?
No, I have no idea who Todd Phillips is.
Todd Phillips was the guy who did the Hangover franchise. The Hangover?
Yes.
But he first popped up on my radar when he did a Gigi Allen and the Murder Junkies documentary, which is... Gigi Allen is a whole nother thing. Google it. Insane punk rocker who's dead now.
Mm-hmm.
He was slated to direct a standalone Warner Brothers Joker movie.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
You heard about this?
I heard that they were going to try and get Leonardo DiCaprio to play Joker.
Martin Scorsese is supposed to produce it.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and that's why their hopes are high, because Leo is like, he won't act in anything that's not original.
What is your opinion? Hands right now.
I think he'd do great.
Oh my god.
He is a terrific actor who fully engulfs himself in any role he ever is in. Like, he went full tard.
He slept in a horse and got fucked by a bear in his last movie and won an Academy Award. But think about it. I know. I just got done rewatching a lot of, I watched Titanic. I love Titanic.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
I think it's a great movie.
It's a classic.
I love Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Oh.
That's Josh's favorite movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he said that's his favorite movie of all time.
Oh, really?
Awesome. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it is.
It's something that's not in his backseat.
Yeah.
Inside joke, folks. Yeah, I mean, like him or hate him, man, think about it. He could be and then, of course, you get the, which I understand. There was some backlash with, what's his name? Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Who everybody was bashing. I think you and I take a couple shots at him, too. But you know what? Whatever. But he was promised, think about it, DC and Warner Brothers. He's like, okay, you're the new Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Spotlight's on you. which says a lot about Warner Brothers. But I can tell. That's a whole nother podcast. I can go about Warner Brothers.
You know,
But we're doing
there has not been a single steady Joker since 66 Batman.
But
Every time there's a Batman movie with the Joker, it's been a different Joker.
that's what I was getting at, because I don't know, because you and I are talking about it from outsiders.
Yeah.
I don't know the inside stuff. I used to.
Yeah,
For a New York
you guys
minute.
aren't sharing our videos enough for us to get big enough to get invited to these things. It's
For a New York
your
minute,
fault.
Yeah, for a New York minute, folks, I used to do a little something for Warner Brothers. So I was there. I got a lot of cool stuff that I got to, I felt like a looter or like a Black Friday shopper.
Yeah.
But none of my stuff was used. But I'm assuming some Warner Brothers executives promised in his contract, Jared Leto is like, you're the new Joker. The spotlight's on you, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, he's looking and going, DiCaprio, what the So he's got a legitimate beef. I understand
Yeah.
that. Was he the best Joker? Was he the worst Joker? Was he a Joker? Yes.
He was a Joker, that's for sure.
This is what I'm getting at. How many people have played the Joker? You don't have to answer that. How many people have played Hamlet? How many people have played Dracula? Christopher Lee, Bela Lugosi, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like, let him do it. It's an offshoot, which goes back to, it's nothing against Leto.
Yeah.
It's Warner Brothers. But they're doing something. Either they're scattered and it's like, okay, we got something here. Let's kind of do it. But like Marvel. But then again, Marvel's not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do one shots. Let's do one shots like comics, but with our movies.
Yeah.
I'm all, especially if Martin Scorsese. Are you kidding me? Comic books. We've talked about this over and over and over again. You could punch in the stomach for reading a comic book once upon a time. You might get called a geek or a nerd or a stupid whatever.
Yeah.
If you went to saw a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Now, Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio are the new. Think about the 70s and 80s with Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro.
Mm.
High caliber, creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Give me this Joker. Yes!
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Let them do it.
And yeah, because from what I've heard, like, they're thinking since Scorsese is lined to produce, that the chances of getting Leo are slightly better than if they had someone else. Because Leo has said in the past, like, he'll only do original screenplays. But they're hoping, come on, Leo. Scorsese's working on it. He
Right.
said it's cool.
Exactly. They're kind of courting him.
Peer pressure.
But not to mention the
Your
fact
friends are doing it.
that as much as we kind of take jabs at Warner Brothers and everything, think about it, that what I talk about with Kathleen Kennedy and Star Wars and everything. Look, Josh Phillips from the Hangover movies is directing. Scorsese is just producing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
like he's not going to have input.
they're pulling a page, like a contingency plan. So if Phillips doesn't work out, just move Scorsese into the directing thing, and then we. Oh yeah, you see what I'm saying? Nothing against Phillips.
Yeah,
Mr. Phillips, but. Because he could bring the humor part, but Scorsese could bring like the gangster. I mean, those two. Oh,
like
God.
if I had to say one really positive thing about Leto's Joker is he kind of brought back the gangster, like mob leader mentality of the Joker.
You think so?
Like he with the grill is and the tattoos are the only thing that really.
At the risk of sounding negative, he did. I absolutely 100% agree with you. But like the Puffy Combs gangster, everything I saw in Suicide Squad, I thought it was like the Joker. They inserted a Joker in a rap video.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
so we're running a little long, so I'm gonna leave you. We're gonna leave you guys with this one last bit of news that I got.
Okay.
I know you're chomping at the bit to do.
Well, no, I have. There's a two-parter for the DiCaprio thing.
Oh, there is?
Because he also went on statement to say that he really wants to do a biography movie, which I love. Like, think about the movies that they've done about real life people. He wants to do a Stan Lee movie biography, and he wants to play Stan Lee. Look at him.
That would be fantastic.
That's his.
Who are they going to get to play Dr. Seuss in World War II? Do you love how that's the first thing I went to?
That's why I love you. that's why we do this. But this is his cover shot he's courting to do it. Oh my god.
Dude.
DiCaprio
is Stan the Man Lee. All right, so have you heard about they're doing a new Hellboy movie?
I did hear that.
There's been a big controversy because this one's... Are you familiar with Hellboy? Like, have you read a bit?
Oh, I'm very familiar with Hellboy.
There's an Asian character that's kind of a main character.
Oh, yeah.
Asian American character.
Yeah.
Well, they got some actor, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a white guy. And there's another one of those big whitewash controversies.
The dude who played, remember the bad guy in Deadpool?
Yeah.
Where's Clarence?
Yes, that guy. He was slated to play him, but everyone lost their shit over the whitewashing. And
who was he playing?
He was going to play the Asian American character from Hellboy. I don't know the character.
The general dude or whatever. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
I'm not very familiar with Hellboy comics.
He's the general guy that... He was one of the ones that... Anyway, go on. I know who you're talking about.
But he stepped down. He was like, I won't be able to... With this controversy, and as I respect the project too much, so I'm going to step down and open it up for someone that can... because this is obviously a very important character for the fans, so he stepped down from it.
What?
But someone has already stepped in to fill in his shoes. A certain Daniel Day Kim. Does that name sound familiar?
That's Jen from Lost.
I was going to say Hawaii Five-0, but yes.
Okay, we're both dating ourselves. Oh, yes! I know. Wait. They cast the dude from... The bad guy from Deadpool to play... I know the character from Hellboy. Why? And who are they? Who's distributing this movie? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
I have no clue.
Oh my god. If that's the character, Daniel Day Kim, perfect.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
Oh my god, he's awesome. Yes, I know him from Lost. That's Jin.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I like the Hellboy movies. I really do. I haven't been able to get that into the comics.
Is it Rob Perlman coming back?
Oh,
no. You know what? I heard Stranger Things. The cop. The sheriff.
Yeah, David Harbour.
Harbour, yeah.
Is slated to play Hellboy.
The only adult on that show. Have you seen It yet?
I'm never going to see it ever.
Yeah, okay. I knew the answer when I asked the question because you and I are going. You're going to sit right next to me.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, you are. You're going to see it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're going to see it.
I don't like horror movies, I don't like clowns. I'm not seeing that movie.
I know. That's
a waste of people's money.
It blew my mind when you brought in that comic.
Director for the new Hellboy reboot is Neil Marshall. Never heard that name before.
Is it Frank and Penny Marshall's kid by chance? I don't know.
I don't know. Very little is known to me about this.
Oh, Frank Marshall is the god of TV, and Penny Marshall was Laverne in Laverne and Shirley once upon a time. I don't know. I could be totally off base.
He's a British guy. That's about all I know.
Okay, that's not him. I'm way off base.
He was born in Newcastle. It's in England.
Okay.
Known for The Descents, Dog Soldiers,
Oh,
Doomsday, Centurion, Westworld, Timeless, the Hannibal TV series,
I do know him. I just don't.
Constantine.
I just don't know. Yes. Okay.
He also did a stint on Game of Thrones.
I do. I'm very familiar with.
And by
his work.
stint, I mean he worked on it for 2 years.
That's a stint.
Um,
So I do know him. I just don't know him.
yeah.
Very familiar with his work. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
I don't know too much about the Hellboy movie yet, though.
Oh, I'm there. You just sold me on it with his name alone.
So yeah, I know Sean had a little bit more he wanted to do,
All right.
but
Part 2, we'll do it next week.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
hopefully I'll have Man of Rock ready by then. Man versus Rock ready by then.
Man of Rock.
Man of Rock. That's my new personal comic.
Ryan's writing his own comic. I was gonna say.
He was born a sentient rock, and he was a big Rolling Stones fan, so he wanted to become, and he started to try and learn how to play guitar, but he had a lot of difficulties because he's a rock and he doesn't have fingers. And on that note, thank you all for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notifications of when we upload.
I always forget that part.
And as always, please
Have a day.